Senate DALEK read, and then they did it. Part 2.
It was a cold day at Sweet Apple Acres, and Applejack was in the barn, fixing the plow, when there was a knock at the barn door. Wait for it. It was her brother, Big Macintosh, and here we go. And he had come to check on his sister. Are you alright there, sis? Is there anything I can do to help with? Applejack turned to her brother, Big Mac, and said, yeah, I've just finished up. Applejack's brother, Big Mac, looked to the ground and kicked the dirt half-heartedly. Big Mac, who was Applejack's brother, looks up and said, So, you want me to incest the fuck out of you? And then they did it.
A few weeks later, Applejack was called to Appaloosa to deliver her prized apple tree, Bloomberg, to her cousin Brainburn. Settling in for the long train ride to Appaloosa, she decided to check on her prize tree, which she had raised from a sapling. So she made her way directly to the rail car of the train. She immediately ran up to Bloomberg and embraced him. Bloomberg didn't care because he was a tree. She spoke softly to him. Bloomberg, I can't believe that I had to give you up. It was my cousin, Bloomberg. God damn it. Sorry. I got it.
Come on, Delta.
I got it.
Fine.
If it wasn't for my cousin Brainburn eating you all so darn much, I would have kept you. Suddenly, there was a crack in the door behind her shut. It was Rarity, and she looked confused as fuck. Are you talking to a tree? She stammered. Applejack panicked like a deer caught in the flames as if she was alight by a drunk. I wasn't talking to Bloomberg, honest. Oh, God damn it. I wasn't talking to Bloomberg in his bed, honest. She managed to slur out while Rarity gave her a confused look. Rarity started to complain. Why does a tree get a bed and not I? Why does the tree get a bed with you and not I? Applejack panicked. If she didn't do something quickly, Rarity would complain for hours and might question why she always wore a hat even indoors. And then she blurted out, Rarity, would you like a bed to me right now? Rarity shot Applejack a dirty look, and then they did it. Bloomberg didn't care because he was a tree. I'm done.
We'll do it. It was a few days after Applejack and her friends arrived at Appaloosa. After a massive time wasting jugfuck at the local tribe of barbarous skull-fucking natives, Applejack and her friends were relaxing in Appaloosa. Bloomberg didn't care because he was a tree. Applejack was in her room at the end, daydreaming of bark when her cousin Braybird knocked in at the door. Cousin, are you busy? He asked. Not really. Applejack sighed as Braybird entered in the room. Cousin, it's been such a long time since I've seen you, and I was wondering if I could show your way of showing me some of that old Apple family affection, Braybird asked. Applejack gave him a confusing look. He realized that she didn't understand and went on to clarify. Would you fuck me sideways, cousin? He asked in an excited tone. Applejack sighed and stood up. Well, why didn't you just say so, you fool? She said in a scolding tone. And then they did it. And Applejack was like, oh yes, Bloomberg, God, yes! Braybird stopped. Bloomberg! He gasped with his mouth agape. Applejack was embarrassed, so she ran off. Bloomberg didn't care because he was a tree.
Applejack was walking around in the orchard, deep in thought. Why can't I just enjoy fucking my family like a normal feeling? Why do I have to bang a tree so bad? She kept questioning herself. She got mad at herself and finally made her choice. Fuck this, she yelled. I'm gonna go to my one true love and take him. She shouted in defiance. Bloomberg didn't care because he was a tree.
It was the next day and there were no ponies in the orchard. Bloomberg was up to his usual tree shit like collecting sun and growing leaves and shit, and Applejack showed up out of fucking nowhere. Applejack had dressed up all sexy for Bloomberg because she wanted to do him, but Bloomberg didn't care because he was a tree. Applejack looked at Bloomberg all sexy and stuff and said, Bloomberg, I've known you since you were a sapling, and I've always loved you. Applejack walked up to Bloomberg, and then they did it. And Bloomberg did care because he was a fucking tree.
What?
Emphasis on
So, Applejack and Bloomberg eloped to Spain or some other shithole country, and Applejack gave birth to her own little orchard. Applejack and Bloomberg lived out their lives happily. Applejack's family and friends, however, could not comprehend what the fuck had happened, and all agreed it was best to pretend that something much less embarrassing had happened to Applejack, like death by explosive diarrhea or something. The end.